Put your shoes on outside. You don't got to put them on in here. Get out.
Frank Castle moment.
Too far away? Hold it here? Okay. All right, yeah. So got some trips coming up, so it should be an interesting next few weeks.
Okay, so listen, bro. Obviously, you're clipped everywhere. You're the master of clipping. In this case, I guess I can ask a question. What has changed recently? Because you seem to be more sober now than before. Mm-hmm. And you seem to be like fully sober, making content. And how does it feel to be, I guess, more sober?
Yeah, so I've been sober for a little while, ever since, the incident where essentially what had happened, and this isn't really something I've actually broke the ice on it a little. That wasn't, actually a typical, drug overdose, as you could say. Well, technically alcohol is a drug, but I was actually told to say, that was from a certain drug overdose.
Really?
Yes. So I was instructed to say that, right? So this is not something I've talked about. And I'm going to get into why a little bit. So I was doing some work with a certain, PR firm that basically works for like a lot of canceled interviewers.
Yeah.
So what I speculate is that they thought it would be a good idea to keep me in that category of being a canceled influencer by claiming that I had, a drug, a substance overdose.
OD.
I keep saying, drug in quote, because alcohol technically is still a drug, right? Ethanol. But yeah, that really was the fact that I hadn't eaten at all that day. I'm on a very high dose of retatrutide, which is a GLP-1 you probably are quite familiar
right?
with. Yeah, so, that in combination with the fact that I, typically don't drink, that's never something that has been a frequent use of mine. But I was having a little bit of alcohol that day, right? And, I basically just passed out, as I'm sure every single college kid in this entire country has, right? And I was instructed to say, that was from a different substance that was more severe because it would go more viral for, not only the club grand opening, which was the following day, was the cover that I was led to believe was going to make it a good idea to say that. But I am now realizing that that's to keep me in this canceled influencer category.
In the box.
Right. And this is all, this is all insane. This is all very crazy stuff. And the retainer I got from this PR firm, what I was originally working with them for, after the incident had happened, and we got our new deal, they increased it from, 8 to 40,000. Right?
What?
Yeah.
Wait. They went from 8K to 40K overnight?
Yeah. I swear to God,
For what? Just to handle PR? Bro, miss me with that bullshit, bro. That's crazy.
Exactly. So this was, this was what happened. And, it's unfortunate because, a lot had happened. You take a look at, we won't get into exactly which deals, but about some of them that were taken off the table because of the, because of how it was perceived, right? And that was, a narrative that I was told to spread, right? 'Cause by the person that I thought was, going to be running good PR for me, that I figured would have the right direction for all the stuff I was doing, but it was really just to keep me boxed into this
category,
category of work.
Because that's a creator, right? Obviously, you're young, you're doing your thing. It's kind of like you're trying to find guidance where you can from experts. And
Correct.
if it's a PR team doing that, it's like, yo, okay, you should know better than me. What should I do?
No, of course.
Yeah. What should I do?
And it's funny because all of like the PR stuff and that angle, I've typically found that just trusting my instincts has been what has given me the best results. So I don't know really why I decided to deviate from that. But no, I was fully instructed to say that. It's completely misrepresented.
Because I'm 33 years old, right?
Yeah.
I cannot imagine being your age with this much clout, status, money, influence. Listen, I'm from the islands. I don't know what I'll be doing, but you're handling it in a different way, And I think for most people watching, they're like, yo, this kid went from like nothing to going viral to money. So they're like, why would he do this? But I get it because you're being told from different directions what to do sometimes. And you're like, you know what, I trust this person, but is it best for me? Yeah.
Correct. No, I mean, and the reasoning made a lot of sense at the time because I was so preoccupied mentally with, the club grand opening and all this. So me being an opportunistic person, I hear this idea go off, and I'm thinking, oh wow, that's great. Let's just go with this. I'll take the advice of the people around me and my team, and that might have been a short-term win. There was a lot of media about it, but the whole thing was, completely misrepresented, right? And now it makes me look like a fool.
Yeah.
When it's not even the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is, I had barely eaten all day. I'm not someone who's typically exposed to alcohol, and I had a drink or two. It's like, what are you gonna get on me for that? It's like big deal. It's go after every single college kid in this country.
So I'm seeing, and you probably see it as well,